Yes. Hello, my people. You know how we're doing it. It is the journey so far with Papito SME. And today, man, today we have a very important personality. And trust me, man, he's going to be awesome. Okay. And he's no other person but the Cubana White Lion. Sometimes I just wonder, Cubana White Lion, why did they call this guy the Cubana White Lion? But we're about to find out, right? Just in case you don't know, it is the journey so far, and journey so far is aimed at bringing your favorite celebrity, bringing your favorite influencer up on a live session. So you get to ask them those questions you're wanting to ask them all along. And on today's episode, we have a very important person who is no other but Cubana White Lion. And Cubana White Lion, that guy is such a vibe, man. As in, sometimes when I watch his stories on Instagram or on his page, the kind of thing that he does, I never even expect him to say somebody like that with video drum shop. But we're about to find out who he is. And ladies and gentlemen, we have Cubana White Lion live with us. And let's go live with him to know how it has been with him so far. What's happening? Back day,
How you doing now, big man?
I do all right, boss. Look at up now your side.
Just chilling. Not my level.
Yes, chilling, man.
What's happening?
Happy birthday to you. The whole world is celebrating you today,
Oh,
man.
yeah. See there? Like,
I go your story. I just the I use like one big take your story today. Oh.
no, my story today has been crazy. What's up now?
I tell you, man. All right, so it's the journey so far, and a lot of persons who have known you for a while, whom have been your fans, your friends from afar, and they would actually want to know how this guy, who is this big today, how he started, what were the challenges he went through, and so on and so forth. So let's just start from introduction. You just tell us your name, a little bit about you, a little background about yourself.
Okay, my name is Chidebe Miracle Jason Ambrose. I come from Imo State and
Mm.
Owerri to be precise. So during go there our blood, you know now. I sound Owerri.
Absolutely. You didn't
Yes,
do.
I mean, I'm come from a family of five,
Yeah.
fourth child of my parents, and that's basically nothing much again. I went to FGC and didn't have the proper education like other kids did, but then we decided not to stay down. You know now, we decided to come up.
Yeah. You look like a hustle.
That's what's up. Down a day. What's up? And
Yeah.
when you chill today,
Yeah.
ask me questions.
All right. Okay. It's like I didn't answer our plenty questions today. All right. So first of all, I want to appreciate you for making our time to come on this live
Yeah.
session today. And just like every other person that is joining, I am also curious. I want to know, how has the journey been with you so far
The journey has
through the lifestyle industry?
the journey has been crazy. The journey has been really crazy. Yeah? It wasn't a smooth one, and I wouldn't say it was a hard one either. It was just in between, but then I think determination was what I hate to ask somebody for money. More than anything, I hate to ask somebody for money. So I believe if I can make my money, I wouldn't be asking for money, yeah? So that was the drive. That was basically it. My dad, back in the days, my dad was doing really good. I wouldn't say we came from the very poor background. But to an extent, he lost his job and he divorced. Him and my mom divorced. So losing your job, losing your wife, it kind of got into his head. So he can't leave all of us. We did our day. You understand? Everybody, he was now all man for himself. nobody to cry to, nobody to do anything. So you needed to hustle for you to eat. Yeah. Growing up, then I was talking kerosene on my head. I was after that migrated into working in a fuel station, working as a waiter in a restaurant and all that. So it was just series of life coming through and to bring me to where I am today.
Yeah.
And
For those that are just joining us, they have Cubana the White Lion in the group. And trust me, man, today is his birthday. He's going to go down at Pablo Cubana, Lagos.
shut down.
And please, as you're joining us, just I want to see the love. Don't you love this guy? But no, when I don't love this guy, I don't understand why the love not dey fly for the school. I think they happen now. Let the love fly, man. Let the love fly because it's his birthday. It's his birthday, so we ought to celebrate him. So I haven't heard your story about your family background and so on. You were saying something before I cut you.
Well, I would say people have really shown me love today. The love has been massive. Like from 12 o'clock on the dot till now, I have my phone. I don't pity the phone. I don't pity the phone tire. So people are wide. What people have seen, people I'm yet to see. It's been crazy. It's been really, really crazy.
Yeah.
And I want to appreciate each and every one of them and take that time to say, yo, Cubana White Lion, happy birthday. He's here. We have limited time. And in that 24 hours, somebody will remember you and say, yeah, let me wish this guy well. It really means a lot to me. Today has been emotional somewhat, though I'm spending the whole of the day with my family. My younger sister, my brothers, just in the house, catching cruise, drinking and all that. Then in the night we're going to go out. But in an emotional one, I've been on the phone with literally everybody. Everybody has been calling. And coming from where I came from and getting the kind of love I'm being shown today, man, I appreciate.
I was telling I was like, oh more. This guy is even more popular than I thought he was.
I swear.
Because
Like,
literally
everybody, like, dude, I'm telling you from 12 on the dot till now, like, there was no time I was resting. Even while in the club last night, I was still going out because the network in the club was a bit shaky. So I was like going out to repost. It was crazy. Like, I didn't know this amount of people knew me. I didn't know this amount of people loved me. Though I feel like I'm an introvert, I like to stay indoors, do my thing and all. I didn't know this amount of people loved me. Like, even if I fake love, they love sweet.
this one is sweet. Even me, I want them.
I tell you, even if I fake love, if people are faking it, which I clearly doubted. Today has been crazy. And I want to say to
Crazy.
everybody.
Well, we want to say a very big thank you to everybody who has been showing you love, everybody who has, in one way or the other, tweeted, posted, happy birthday, Cubana White Line. Even those people where they WhatsApp status, when they even get you for WhatsApp, they post you.
As in, you don't know, like, I have about 300 messages on WhatsApp that no. Come on.
I don't know how feeling, man.
Like, it's been crazy. It's been crazy. I want to appreciate.
Okay, let me not waste much of your time because I know a lot of people are still going to, a lot of love are still going to come. So I want to dive into the most important aspect, which is why we are here.
Okay.
And it happens to be your birthday. Glory be to God.
Yeah.
I want you to tell us some few challenges you went through while building your brand in the nightlife industry. Before we talk about how you got in touch with the Cubana Group, before the Cubana story.
Okay, you're actually asking before Cubana, yeah?
Yes, before Cubana.
Okay, truth be told, yeah, before Cubana, there was really no nightlife. It was just me hustling to eat, hustling to stay afloat, hustling to take care of my baby sister. because she was like my responsibility. Yeah, there was no nightlife. He was just a guy that was hungry and was going out to make sure he ate food and his baby sister was okay. Yeah, like I told you, my dad and my mom divorced, so they all went their separate ways, leaving myself and my younger sister behind. So then I was selling kerosene. You know how much you're selling? 30 naira, 40 naira, yeah?
You were selling kerosene.
Kerosene. You know, if you remember back in the days, if you remember back in the days, there was those kids who they carry kerosene for head in the evenings, they sell.
Yes.
Yeah. I was one of those kids who they carry kerosene for head, they sell. So it was not funny, but that was what I had. And from there, I had a friend that was working in a fuel station in Roma Dumaya, Port Harcourt. For those people that know Port Harcourt very well, by Coconut, that fuel station, I think it's now an NNPC station, but we started that fuel station.
Wow.
I was earning 12,000 a month. So, yeah, 12,000 a month. From there, like I was telling you,
but look at you now.
No nightlife. It's not like the nightlife has been there. Like, I will get to that point, but this is just the truth as can be.
Let's go.
Yeah. So from the kerosene place, we are selling kerosene normal. Would they always pray for fuel scarcity because a lot of person they make money for the station. Yeah. At least every day going home, you have about 500 naira where you go use carry go out. Either by tip,
money,
yeah, either by tip or by rogetity. You know what I mean? So one thing had to kill a man. Either if you don't tip us, we will take the tip. So yeah, it was going on well for a couple of months. And I had to go. A friend of mine still told me that there's this opportunity up at it's a hotel sort of, but I was in their drinks side. Yeah, I was in their bar.
Okay, that's more like
their
bar.
The name of the hotel.
Close to you.
Hotel.
I can't be on live with you. I'm not the drinking.
My brother, I'm fucking drunk as it is, but I'm just trying to maintain.
I know.
Fucking high, like. My Volarus brand has brought a lot of drinks for me. Likewise, Noni has been exceptional. Noni, he's the ambassador for Blue Lawn.
We'll come to Noni.
Blue Lawn. His birthday is actually next week, though. So you can always.
Wow.
So Noni has been going back to my story, though. The name of the hotel for people that know it in Port Harcourt, Owo Hotels and Fuel Stations. I was in their bar side. Probably somebody that knows me from then, that knew me from then rather, will know me here and know that I'm not telling a lie or I'm not faking it. So I was in their bar side, stayed there for a couple of years. I had another place that was open then. That time they earn 15K. They earn 12K. You go here where 15K. So you go actually rush over to the side. So I moved over to that side. It was then when I was in the second hotel that a friend of mine, Ned Francis Odi, he called me and he was like, "Yo, bro, Cubana is actually trying to open up in Port Harcourt. I'd like you to work with them." Yeah, prior to that time, we'll be hearing about Cubana in Abuja, all those clubs, yeah. But then it wasn't Cubana, it was Exo Lifestyle. Yeah, it was Exo Lifestyle, but it was still owned by OBI Cubana.
Exo Lifestyle.
Yeah, it was still owned by OBI Cubana. So they hear that name, normal. The rumor, the fly, say they did.
Yeah, who don't know?
So he told me they are coming to open in Port Harcourt as Cubana. That he was going to put in a word for me so I could go there and be a waiter. Then Cubana was nice. They were to pay us 25,000 that year.
From 12 to 15.
I was at 12. I went to 15. From 15 to
15, then
that's an
25.
extra 10,000 naira. So I was like, yo, I'm game.
Now you go use.
So when they were building then, when he told me, so after a couple of months, he still called me again, Francis Odi. Call him Neddy Dopey. He's Neddy Dopey on Instagram. He called me again. He said, yo, they are interviewing people tomorrow. Try and be there. I was like, you don't reach already. He said yes, that he's already told somebody. He's already told somebody there about me that when I get there, I should ask for Mr. Larry. So I got there. The queue was Jesus. The queue that day was mad. The queue was mad. Like
It's fun, bro. What do you expect?
The queue was mad. So I didn't come with anything. I didn't come with application letter. I only went there as referred to me by my friend. Yeah. So they were just accepting the gatesmen. We are accepting people with application letter. I go inside. I was literally the only one outside. I see called Francis. He was like, guy, relax now. Larry is coming. Mr. Larry happens to be he's still alive, so he can attest to the story. When Mr. Larry now finally came, he drove in. I was like, I want to see Mr. Larry.
You're welcome to the show.
So
yeah, I'm listening, bro.
I met with Mr. Larry. The gate man actually went to tell Mr. Larry that somebody was waiting for him. And Mr. Larry said, is it Jason? They say, yes, bring him in. I came in, he just looked at me, my shabby, skinny self. He was like, okay, wait for me here. My brother, I stayed there for I got there by 8 o'clock in the morning from the previous job, yeah? I was supposed to go back from there to the job again because the job is, I was working in the hotel and I was on the night shift. And my brother, as at 3 o'clock, I was still there. Mr. Larry never even tell me. It was mad.
At that point, don't get that.
You don't want to lose one while chasing another one. I want one feeble, and I lose all my own.
True.
But,
no.
So I was very skeptical. So finally, Mr. Larry came out and was like, "Oh, guy, we've already accepted people. You know, there are lots of people here. You know this, you know that. But seeing that you are referred by Francis, I'm going to give you one trial. And if you mess up, you are going to go." Now, mind you, I was working in a hotel, not a club. The 2 times I worked,
not a club.
The 2 times I worked,
wow.
I never worked in a club. So Cubana was my first shot at club. I was like, okay, I can do it. He was like, dude, we sell drink. Then Dom Perignon was 60,000. He said, we sell drinks for a bottle at 60,000. And I'm going to give you that bottle to practice with. If you break it, you will pay me. You know, Parag will not already catch you. Number. Parag.
Oh my God, catch you already. Please let the love keep flying. Let the love keep flying, man. If you're enjoying this life, double tap on the love emoji. Double tap on the love emoji. Drop a question for Mr. Jason here.
So I was scared. Yeah, I wouldn't lie. I was scared. Then I met a friend, Izu. Izu was like, guy, you can actually do it. You can do it. Just try. We got talking. You know, when you to look for a job and nobody's talking to you, you feel kind of skeptical. You'll be scared. So when Izu and myself started talking, I felt a little comfortable, and then I was like, okay, guy, nothing did there, you know, nothing did there. So I tried it. I passed at the first trial. So Mr. Larry was okay. I'll go back home today. I'll come back tomorrow for training. At the training, I was doing well, and then the club was supposed to open on a Friday. This was like Tuesday. We had training Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday morning, we did clean up. Got there in the morning, we did clean up, collect uniform, you know, normal preparation for opening of club.
Normal routine,
Then Whiskey was a big deal. He still is. So Whiskey was supposed to open the night. Either Whiskey or the band. I can't remember the particular person that opened that night. But I know that that night I had a shortage of 120,000.
Oh boy.
120,000. It was actually 2 bottles of Dom Perignon. Somebody drank and left without paying me. That was my first night on the job. I had already left my previous job, so there was nothing. There was no going back now. I was owing Cubana. I'm not going to gain salary for the next couple of months. I lived in Rupopo. For those people that know Rupopo, I lived in Rupopo, and I had to go to work in GRA every day. I had to pay about 500 naira transport. Now I'm not making salary. I'm not doing anything. I'm owing Cubana. Dude, I wanted to die. Like, I wanted to die. At first, the law was anybody that was paying wouldn't leave the compound. Yeah, the law then, anybody that was owing wasn't going to leave the compound. You're going to pay your dues. So it was painful. I was angry. I was crying. My friend is who came to me again. I was like, dude, don't worry. I seen you go owe them. You go make them. Just calm down. We go rugged down. That was the word he used. We go rugged down. So, my brother, coming from somebody that was earning 15,000 and hearing 120,000, imagine was high. That rugged down, I was just trying to be a guy. I was trying to be a man and laugh, but deep inside, I was scared shit. So, we came to work the next day.
So what was the turning point from there?
The turning point actually is that I left. Or rather, I chose to be the best. In what sense? After club, yeah, what I do is I take home the empty bottles of DP and Ace. I take it to the house, I fill it with water, and I start to practice how to serve people. Yes, I did that. I started to practice how to carry champagne. I started to do all those things. And then I became really good. In the sense that if chairman was coming, OBI CUBANA, if he was coming to Port Harcourt, then they would tell me, yes, I left without paying because I had to tender a guarantor's phone number. I would tell them that I'm not running or that I would eventually come back. I saw the question somebody asked there. So I became really good at serving. I still serve champagne till date. I actually do enjoy it now. So I was practicing, and that was the turning point. So I worked in that place for a year and 9 months, and I left. I left because a man came into the club and told me that he wanted me to manage his club in Abia State. You know, to me that time, going from a waiter to a manager was a big deal, a big name, big time.
Manager.
I didn't actually.
It was a big deal.
Yeah, it is a big deal. So I didn't actually look at the money. I just looked at the name that you're leaving from waiter to manager. So I left Port Harcourt, where my family was. I didn't know nobody in Aba. I went to Aba and I started managing a club, Richmond. It's still open till date. You can go figure. Started managing the club, Richmond. I was doing my best. As at then, we were number 1 in the Aba. So the final turning point was when Prime Minister Cubana, there were so many. They had a function in Aba, and after the function, they couldn't go back. Okay, somebody knows which one Aba here. After the function, they couldn't go back, so they had to club that night. And the club that was befitting a little bit for them, the club was Richmond. You understand? So when they came in, chairman saw me again, say, "What are you doing here?" I say, "I work here." And I say, "Oh, you left?" You know, when you are so inconsequential in a company, you believe everybody will notice it.
Yeah, I understand.
So he was like, "Oh, you left?" I said, "Yes." So Prime Minister, being Prime Minister that he is, he was like, "Okay, give me your number. I'll call you sometime later so we can discuss." Sometime later took 2 years. He not call me the next 2 days or the next 3 days. He called me 2 years after. He was like, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm in Aba." He said, "I'm going to Owerri from Lagos." That time they had already opened Pablo.
Pablo in Lagos.
After Cubana, they opened Cubana Owerri. Now, they had already opened Pablo. That's to show you the duration of years. 2 years later, they already opened Pablo, and then they brought the Prime Minister was like, he's coming from Lagos to Owerri. Then I should meet with him in Owerri. Oh, say somebody say best ABBA manager. So you can see I was actually really good. So he called me that night. I was like, in the morning. That he was coming to Aba he's coming to Owerri from Lagos. That I should meet him in Owerri. So when I met him, which one was paying me 60,000 from 25,000 and the watch award. Which one was paying me 60,000? So when he met me, he was like, "Okay, how much do I pay me?" You know now, you earn 12,000, then 15,000, and 25,000. Now you're earning 60,000. You actually think you're a big deal. A club like calls you and say, "How much do you want us to pay you?" Being a Jew man that I is now, I was like, "Okay, give me 100,000." Then 100,000 was a big money to me. Because my brother, this lion never reached 1 year. We started.
She is in the life of people like us.
Yeah, so I like pay me 100,000. So he like he looked at me and laughed. Say, "Be like you don't like money." That was the word he used. He'd be like, "You don't like money." So he called chairman and he told chairman, "Chairman, I've spoken with him. I'm saying this on live video now. I've spoken with him. We agreed that you should pay him 500,000. I was like, "What?" Chairman, like, we don't know his strength now. We don't know his strength. We have to check if he does this, if he do this. Chairman was like, "Okay, tell him that we'll pay him 250,000 and let's just check if he will agree." Now, from 60,000 to 250,000. It was a big deal. It was a big deal. It was a fucking big deal to me. Prime Minister was like, "Okay, the company will pay you 250,000. I will pay you 250,000. That is 500,000 in a month." I was like,
"Man, that is great, man. 12K, you're right.
This is a job offer that was offering me 440,000 extra from 60,000. So my brother, immediately, without thinking about it, I agreed. Instantly. He said, "You have to start work immediately." That's why I don't fuck with Prime Minister. Sorry for my effort, but I don't joke with that man. I worked for about 3 to 4 months in Cubana Owerri. Then I had a little altercation with a certain person that should not be named, and I was asked to leave Owerri and come to Lagos.
Yeah.
And immediately I got to Lagos, the story changed. Not like immediately I stepped down for Lagos.
But without the love emoji. Mention Cubana Prime Minister here. We need Cubana Prime Minister here on this live. Mention him, everyone. As long as they're watching this live, mention OBI Cubana and Cubana Prime Minister. We need them here. They are very own is here. Their proud son is here. Mention OBI Cubana, mention Cubana Prime Minister. We want them here. Let's go, Mr. Jenny. Sorry for continuing. I'm just so excited.
We are building Montana by Cubana, the one on the mainland. So I had plans that I was going to work there. So I was living on the island and I was going to the mainland every day. It was called site then because we were still building. So every day for like 4 months, non-stop, every day, I was going there. Because that Prime Minister, he was taking care of me. He was giving me money. That's why I still tell him tomorrow, say money the sweet. No matter the money I have, if lucky give me 50,000, he give me like say give me 1 million. So
I didn't think.
money still the sweet me well. So when I came on the island, we were being managed by Mozi. Mozi was like, I don't know you, I don't know this, so you're going to stay. At the point, they thought about making me a concierge. Concierge in the club are those people they wear suits. They tell people, yeah, you can welcome, you're welcome. You can say,
Yeah.
no,
You're welcome.
look at me now with my fine beard. I can become concierge.
Look at you now.
But God was like, nah, not this boy, not this boy. He had bigger plans. Here I am today, chilling with the cranes. Even OB Cubana is mentioning me on my birthday. OB Cubana is telling me that he will leave Abuja and come.
As in,
Nigga,
I think that case just the post that you,
I'm not trying to brag, I'm not trying to boast, but it wasn't easy getting here. It wasn't easy getting here. So now that I'm here, I want to enjoy it.
Enjoy it, my brother. Enjoy it to the fullest. I actually want to first of all congratulate you because I feel it is just one thing that can do this, which is grace. Just like someone here said, it's only grace. Kel's case said grace. It is grace that can take you from glass to where you are right now. Man, I really, really thank God for your life and I tap into your grace.
Thank you, sir.
Now, what has been your best moment working with the Cubana Group? Working with the Cubana Prime Minister, what has been your best moment so far?
Best moment is I wouldn't say there's no particular best moment, but the best of the best was when I moved to Lagos, when I was in Owerri, I was just there, just earning money. Yeah, chairman was always coming, but I didn't have that connect to chairman because he's the chairman. You just don't have connect to him easily. Yeah. So one of the days I came when I was on the island, I started doing pretty well. I started doing really good. So one day Chairman followed me on Instagram.
Wow.
Chairman followed me on Instagram.
Mention OB Cubana, please. Viewers, mention OB Cubana.
It was a very big deal for me because knowing all I've been through, where I came from, now OB Cubana will post me on his Instagram, call me on the phone, call me his son, man. That's like the biggest win ever. Like, he would call me, he would tell me he believes in me, he has faith in me, he trusts my judgment. Man, it's like everything.
Big up to Bamidele Adam.
Bamidele, my G.
All right, so the viewers, it's your time. Drop your questions for Cubana White Lion. Liban 02 said, I'm so happy about your speed so far, but I'm glad that you followed your instinct and success comes when the right environment with the right people.
Please,
thanks to Cubana Prime Minister. Thank you very much for that comment.
This person living date said, did you ever get to a point in your struggle or hustle when you were totally down and almost gave up? Yes. The day they told me to leave Owerri for Lagos, I almost died. I was just beginning to do big things in Owerri. Yeah? I was beginning to fraternize, get the contact. The boys were now beginning to get comfortable with me and come out. That time I'll call them and some people will come out. You know what I mean? It was like a big win for me. People were in markets then. Then I had an altercation with someone who should not be named. Then it was life shattering. I was on my way going to the club and they called me that I shouldn't come to the club. That I should just go back to the house. That they are booking me a flight, that I'm leaving for Lagos in the morning. I was like, what did I do? I felt like dying. The people that know me here, that know me personally, that I even thought I was going to Lagos, knew that I was not happy. Because one, I didn't have anybody in Lagos. I didn't know anybody in Lagos. I didn't have any friend in Lagos. All my life I've been in the East. So the people that were in Lagos then were the big boys. What would they expect to come back East for Easter, yeah? Or for December. So I didn't have connection with them. I only knew they were big boys from Aba or Owerri.
Yeah.
So I was devastated when they told me that. It was like my life had finished. Now I came to Lagos. Chairman was not in the country, so and there was no way to reach him. So I was practically left in Lagos. I called my friend Sylvester. I stayed over in a hotel the first night. I stayed in Sylvester's house the second night. The third night, Chairman came back from the States and called me, and I had to move into Cubana staff quarters. Yeah, so people looking at me and saying I want to be like you. It not happen one day.
True, man. I really. Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. It's really amazing, because nobody will ever think that the almighty white lion, because I have to confess, first of all, when I started following people in the Cubana space, there's always one that always keeps popping up, which is white lion. At that time, when I started following, I think it was when I think it was the chairman or the prime minister that gifted you a car.
It was not actually a gift though, When there's one boy was yabbing me. According to him, he was yabbing me. He was like, "You wouldn't buy car for." Not be everything where they go talk for Instagram, or not be everything where they go talk for life. So I allow people to think whatever they want to do. Yeah. My chairman gave me an endorsement.
True.
And from that endorsement, I got money and I bought myself a car. So when I was making the post, I still said chairman bought me a car. I'm somebody that knows how to give thanks very well. Very, very well.
Yeah, I can hear you. Continue.
If you give me a contract that gives me money to buy a house, you actually just bought me a house. So one guy was talking. Say you were a buy car for, if they follow us, they make noise. I was laughing because I like to laugh. It's better than saying things.
Inspiring, it has been motivative, and it has been very, very educative. I've learned a lot of things so far. And one thing that I've learned so far is loyalty. Because less for me, if you ask me, I would say loyalty kept Cubana White Lion going. And let's have him here so he can continue from where we stop. Hello, boss.
You can hear me now, yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you.
The call came in. I'm really sorry about that.
No problem, man. No problem. I understand.
What is
so
white line? Wow. Well,
someone just say, what's your saddest day?
My saddest day is like, see, let me tell you, people, I'm more like a perfectionist. It's not like I actually get it right 100% of the time, but I like to get it like 70% of the time. So when I see my clock on the day that it's supposed to be popping, Jesus, you don't want to underestimate that thing. When I see my clock empty, when my mom left, I was really sad because I was a mommy's boy. I was really lazy then. I was lazy to an extent when my dad told me, God will give me money to continue feeding you. Just lie down and sleep. Yeah, I was lazy to that extent. So after they divorced, when my mom eventually left, still pains me to today because I'm a family guy. If you've noticed, I like to stay inside house. So
yes, especially your sister. Also,
no, my sister is my jewel of inestimable.
No, See, you don't even need to tell anybody. You know. Anyama.
I love my sister.
So there's a
My sister
question on the
and I love
screen.
money. And I love money a lot.
Hmm. So, but anyway, we'll come back to that. Someone said, Mr. Jason, how many gold bottles tonight?
You cannot count it.
You cannot count it. Oh. Have you heard that? Okay, someone said, what's your advice for students who are striving?
My only advice for students is it's not easy. Most of us want to have it. Immediately you come out, you become Cubana White Lion instantly. Immediately you come out, you become big Cubana overnight. It doesn't work that.
Hmm.
Good things take time. You have to give time. You
True.
have to give time. Good things take time. My fellow guys, my
Hmm.
fellow girls out here, I'm a young person like you. I'm not going to talk say I don't old. We need to let things happen with time. We should put in effort and let time do the rest. Life is not, it's not as we see it in Nigeria movie where person go Lagos after 2 weeks, don't blow. No, life is not like that. Life is hard. Life is hard. You need to be harder than life in order to make it in life.
True.
Anybody that is telling you that it's easy, now set up. I set up. You cannot edit it. You have to still pass through phases. You have to be loyal to people in order for people to be loyal to you. Life
True.
is hard. Anybody that tells you that it's
I've noticed something about I've noticed something about you. You you have this loyalty in you. It's like one of your watchwords.
my brother, it's not like it's loyalty or anything. I believe in, back in the days when we used to attend church, we were Assemblies of God and Royal Rangers. If you know, our
Hmm.
motto then is say unto others, I say wish men do unto you. It's a quote in the Bible, but I've forgotten the particular verse. Yeah. So if I show you that I love you
Yeah, yeah,
and I
yeah.
show it to you that I actually love you, you in turn will love me back. If I'm loyal to you,
Hmm.
you will be loyal to me. It's like clockwork. You understand? So if I treat you right, you treat me better. So that's just how it is. You can't give somebody
True.
a lesser energy and expect a higher energy. It doesn't work like that. So if I want you to be good to me, I will
True.
first be good to you. A couple of times I have
Mm-hmm.
people, niggas I know that currently I get money past them. They'll come to the club, they say, go and bring me a glass. I will stand up. Oh, my brother, I like them. I was a waiter before now. I will stand up, go and bring you glass. Girl self, I dey serve them, follow them, smoke their shisha. We go just dey chill. They in turn, my brother, nobody knows. No, nobody knows tomorrow. I don't wash your hand today. Probably if you have to take
No
a
be
million
lie.
naira tomorrow and you want to come and spend your money, you think about that same guy that you were together with in the club and you come and chill with me. That's how life is. You understand? So if people can adopt
True.
that, I think everything will be better. Cubana White Lion, how old are you now?
All right.
Ah, I'm old enough.
Okay, so I have a question for you,
Yes,
right?
please.
How will you describe your journey,
Mm.
yeah, as a member of the Cubana?
Cubana a joyride. Cubana is like a merry-go-round. Cubana is a company where they want to see you do better than you're actually doing before you join them. Cubana is a company where the chairman himself
Hmm.
tells you he's proud of you or you're doing well. Cubana is a company that is expressive and frugal. Cubana is a company that once you enter, if you put in work, you will grow. Chairman wants to see you grow. Chairman go just then go tell you, look at you. You just say you don't chop. Ah, see as your head don't big. Or I take this 1 million. Or I take this. No, he's not like that. It's a company that will tell you, dude, work for your money. Put in work. And
Work
when you're
hard.
working hard, he will tell you, okay, I think you've gotten to an extent where you need an endorsement. And he will give you an and the
Hmm.
endorsement brings money, brings fame, it brings the big bags. So you need to focus.
True.
You need to focus. Chairman is not the one that will see you now, or maybe you have problems. You say, Chairman, give me 100,000. Come on. You don't do that. He will give you a platform that will make you make millions for yourself, and he will expect nothing in return, just your undying loyalty. He's a family-oriented person, and he has imbibed that in everybody. Yeah, well, myself and Noni, if you don't look well, you're not gonna say we no be brothers.
Yeah, somebody said something here that she doesn't even know that you guys were not blood
That's what I'm
related.
saying. Because our chairman treats us like family, we have now learned to treat each and every one of us as family. You understand?
Okay, so I want to ask you, aside the drive to meet ends need, to take care of your family, and then to have something for yourself as a man, it's not everybody who has a job has that drive to push, to go way beyond what everybody is saying them to do. But in your case, it shows that it's not just that you just want to work, but you want to work and enjoy and chop life at the same time. And that is why I feel things are working the way they are working out for you. Now I want to know what inspires you, because I was a hype man at some point. I hyped at the club in Wuse 2 while I was in Abuja, and now I relocated to Enugu, and I've not been able to do any hyping job due to my current 9 to 5 that I'm running. But then I know what it is to be in the club from 10 p.m. till 4, 5 a.m. And then you have to, maybe before you get to your house or anything, maybe 10 or 9 a.m. Sometimes you can't even sleep there. So it can be tiring. For someone like you who goes to the club like virtually every day, or you have engagement like virtually every night, don't you have nights that you feel like, oh no, I don't want to stand up from this bed? So I want to know what actually inspires you to get up from that bed, to keep moving, to keep pushing, despite all odds.
Two things actually. One is I hate to ask for money, and I don't want to ask anybody for money. Make it no be like say tomorrow now. Come here online, say White Lion owe this one 1 million, White Lion owe this one 2 million. Yeah? And fear of where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
The fear of where I'm coming from. Going back to that point where I become helpless again. Where my sister will ask me for money and I cannot give her. Where my mother will call me and ask me for money and I cannot give her. I don't want to ever go back there. The last thing is the freedom that comes with money is too sweet. The freedom that comes with money is sweeter than sex. You want to eat in the finest restaurant in Lagos right now. You go bath, enter your car, break the food, go to the restaurant, chop finish, come back to your house. You don't have to wait for anybody. You fit your bills, bro. You don't have to wait for anybody. You don't have to call anybody for anything. You want to wear a shoe of 250,000. You enter the shop, you pay, you buy it, you wear it. If you want to wear and sleep, it's your own. If you want to wear and play ball, it's your own. Nobody's going to tell you why you wearing my shoe like this, or why are you wearing my clothes like this. They know it's your own, so nobody's going to say shit. That freedom alone, sweeter than sex.
Yeah, you're supposed
You
to
don't
be.
just wake up
Yeah,
in
I
the
think
morning
something
and
is wrong with you.
sex and you have sex.
And we have what is with you and Toto Gang? Because I've been seeing plenty videos, plenty. Nah. Maybe they saw.
I can't even. I know me tell you say that like this or like that. That name has just been. That name just came. It's everywhere. Now call ourselves. Like
Okay,
I tell people, I don't like people with good character. People with good character, they lie a lot.
mm,
They try to maintain that their good image. Or you see people like
true,
us with bad character,
true.
then I will send you.
All right, so I want to ask a question for people who want to be, because I don't know, a lot of persons don't know when they hear Cubana Group, they might be thinking it's a club that someone can get into,
Mm.
right? So I want you to share more light on that. Tell us more about Cubana Group. How is the structure like? How is the management system like? Because it can be hard to know who is the manager or who runs the club. It's like everybody is running the club in one
Yeah,
Cubana,
that's how it's
and that's amazing.
teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. Cubana is
Mm.
an empire. We have series of hotels, we have series of other businesses, but they're still under Cubana. Liquor Empire, it's under Cubana, Cubana Suites, Cubana, Grand Cubana Hotels. Those are under Cubana. So it's not Cubana is not just like a club. But the club is the main focus of the business. So we
Yeah,
have different
yeah.
outlets scattered around Nigeria. We're still going for more because we are very hungry. We stay hungry.
I will tell
When you
you,
come,
me, I'm still coming because I'm coming very
no
hungry.
wahala, my brother. We like people like you. So you come into any branch of Cubana, you can meet me, you can meet any other person, and the person will tell you that they're the manager. The manager wouldn't come and tell you, oh, this person is the
Yeah.
manager, I'm the manager. I can front as the manager can front as the manager, even the waiter can front as the manager, so long as you pay us your money.
They tell you, as long as they get to collect the
At
one
the end
that
of
they
the night,
have.
you need money more than you need
Okay.
it. So anybody can be anybody.
True,
So it's an
true, true.
indivisible team. We are just trying to make ends meet. Chairman go carry boys way hunger
Mm,
the catch. Show them that money is sweet if you work for it. And then he will give us a platform to actually
true.
work for it, and we work for it. That's how it is.
Mm. Okay, so tell us about life is a beach.
Life is a beach. Life is a beach was just myself and Noni. We went to a beach house, um, White Deck Beach to be precise. We went for a friend's birthday in the of Lagos. So when we got there, the beach house was so fine. Like it was
Mm.
so fine. So Pretty Mike being his normal with himself, Pretty Mike came out like, nah, make we drop party here now. This place fine. And I was like, man, we're looking at this location. This location is dope. We need to bust this place open one mad party. So Pretty Mike was like, what do you think now? Money was like, yeah, so this place mad. So Pretty Mike like, okay, make we go house, go think, waiting, we go name them. We go name the party. Then we go find group chat,
Mhm.
we go talk. So he was talking, I just said, make we name the party Life is a Bitch.
Just out of the blue.
From nowhere. Now we were at the beach. It was not the beach, but it was a beach house. So I just said, let's do Life is a Beach. And the both of them bought the idea. And then the party was conceived. Though there's still something up in my
Mm.
sleeves, yeah? Myself and my new best friend,
There's only something.
Yemoli and Niola, we're coming up with something very crazy. And that one is going to make Life is a
Mm.
Beach look like life is actually a beach.
Mm. Try. All right, okay. So speaking of the likes of Pretty Mike, the likes of Gamer, and the likes of other celebrities you've been hanging out with. Pretty Mike, the likes of Yemo and some other guys that other celebrities that you've been hanging out with. How do you feel? Because for normal guys like us, we never hang out with people like that. We don't know how it is because we just see these guys on social media and all the hype and everything. They're always trending. Someone like Pretty Mike is always trending, except if there's no any event. He always has something, a stunt to do that will get people talking.
You get. So how did the relationship came to be? What's the relationship like? Give us a little juice and insight on what's going on behind the scenes.
Okay. Yemoli, somebody asked me yesterday, how did you meet Yemoli? I just sat down and I was thinking, and I cannot remember how I met that motherfucker. But that boy is a blessing in disguise. I cannot tell you now, and I'm not shitting you though. I cannot tell you that this was how I met with Yemoli, or this was the encounter we had. I just know we just call her Big Man Alpha, Big Man, and that was it.
Now from big man,
I
it's that
connected with that guy on so many levels. Like most times I look like we don't know each other before, or we just start a friendship because man, that nigga is crazy, and he's just when somebody with an unstoppable force meets somebody with an immovable energy, and now this thing cannot stop and this thing cannot move. So you just collide. But I love that nigga every day. No homo though.
Okay. And it looks like the two of you have
we've been working together for a couple of years, so we are likely to form that bond of friendship because we see each other every week. Yeah, when I started newly, it was a big deal actually seeing Pretty Mike. Pretty Mike Lagos, Jesus.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a big deal. But now he calls me every day. We talk to each other every day. We form that bond of friendship. Though I still give him that regard because I like to give people their 2 cents. In that regard, that this is Pretty Mike of Lagos because that guy does crazy. That guy,
I'm telling you. Sometimes I just say, how would this get a team? How is the team come this side?
I want to give on this live video now. I want to give a shout out to Yemoli. That guy is a real one. Like that guy comes out for you like he's doing it for himself. Shout out to Yemoli. Shout out to Nani. You guys have been irreplaceable. You guys have been irreplaceable. I love you guys, dude, so much.
All right, so
my fellow guys out there, we say Daisy. My brother, you know Daisy. Anybody who tells say Daisy, na set up. It's not easy.
Na set up.
You see me and Prime Minister, we are always daddy and son. He dey shout for me. You understand what I mean? He's not always rosy. There are times he offends me. And I be like, you want verse, you demand? I will still say sorry, sir. Then at the end of the day, he'll come back and say, I lie, stop. We will still, he is my boss.
You don't do.
None they make me verse. None when I go tell him do transfer for me, he go take like 24 hours before I go do the transfer. I go 1 kilo inside my head. But I know go fit still talk. It's not easy. It's not easy. I didn't get here in 1 day. All this story I told you people in less than 1 hour now. It happened over 10 years. So don't think it happened 2 days. If you want to be like me, I have 10 years experience behind my back.
I tell you. And there's no job that requires 10 years experience.
That's what I'm saying. You want to be like White Lion, you want to be like Nani, you want to be like Prime Minister, you want to be like Yemuli. They have their own experience behind their back. So you can't.
And I would like him to share it on my live.
Nani's birthday is coming, so you can actually talk to him. He's a nice guy.
All right, no problem. I'll do that.
Oh, wow.
Well, boss, I really appreciate you. And see, make I talk something now for this life where I never tell you before. I'm a big fan of the nightlife.
Okay.
I like to be outside. You understand? And this whole Odingo thing is something I want to go into. But coming from the background which I came out from, and this last thing is not about me, so I don't need to start explaining my background where I'm coming from. But the point is, I'm really happy that I connected with you on this live because it was just like we're all having a good time. Everybody watching right now is having a good time, and I respect that and I appreciate that you made that happen. Okay, I think this is like the highest number of views I've had on my live video. Like for real, man. You're a big deal, man. What's up, man? Even if you don't talk so for me, don't talk so for me already, now.
It was nice coming here, talking to people today. I don't know what's in Instagram smoke. They don't allow me go on live video for a couple of days. So coming on live and actually seeing people I know tell me happy birthday, people I know coming on to listen to my story. It's actually nice. It's actually a good feeling. Yeah. And for those people that have been waiting for me to come on live, I don't know verse, so don't be pride though. The Instagram.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the journey so far, and we've got the Cubana White Lion here with us. We've heard his story, and we've heard the challenges, we've heard his downtime, we've heard his good time. And trust me, man, we are yet to hear the best of this guy because it is when you are thinking you've seen it all, something else will just come. I want to say thank you for coming on this live. I want to say thank you for replying my DM the day I sent you again because I never expected you to reply. 1 year anniversary because I celebrated my 1 year anniversary 17th of April.
Oh, wow.
This show clocked 1 year, 17th of April. I hosted the likes of Babadi, Divi Gustavo.
Congratulations.
He was one of my guests. Yeah, I hosted the likes of the Walejena, the likes of Tosin Oni, who is a flavor saxophonist and whiskey saxophonist too. So I've been really happy with the kind of person that I've been able to meet through this medium. And I want to say thank you to everybody who has honored my invitation by at least replying my DM. Even if you tell me you're not interested, it's okay. It took someone in the Cubana Group about a year to tell me he's not interested.
10, 15, 20% should not make you lose focus, yeah? Because you know what you want to
Yeah.
If plan A doesn't work,
Yeah.
get B to Z now. Move on.
Yeah.
Please, 1 minute, please. I'll be having a party tonight. Pablo Cubana, Victoria Island, Adiola Odeku. There will be money on ground, of course. That is what.
There will be money on ground.
Yes, there will be money on ground. So everybody. You're gonna need to buy data now. You buy.
I have data. There's data on ground.
You need to tune into the smart channel because this night, I want to check if I'm actually the white lion. So this night I will know.
You are the white lion.
So that'll be a very massive party tonight. Cubana Group, Victoria Island. So link up, my guys. If you want to buy me a bottle of for anybody because I'm a newborn baby today. Yeah, newborn babies don't have money to buy drinks. So please come with your money. ATM, come with your token for transfer. It is very important. This night. Okay.